All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
I want to give all praise to Yahweh.
Oh, east is that way, brother.
I want to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash.
and double honor to our apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us his truth. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. You know, the brothers is doing this work in truth and sincerity, and to the sincere Akwaf, the sisters listening and learning, to USA Shalom.
Shalom. All right, so me and the brothers was just basically, dialoguing, and we was through the spirit trying to figure out what kind of video we was going to put up, what lesson we was going to put up. But we came to the conclusion that we're going to enter into what's going on.
Good. I just turned it off.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We basically came to the conclusion we're going to talk about entering in the straight gate because, we're living in times, man. Obviously, we're in the fourth quarter of this thing. We're living in times right now where things are going to start being a lot harder for brothers, with the whole mandates and everything going on. And eventually, prophecy lets us know that, things are going to get a lot worse during Jacob's trouble. It's going to be a lot worse for trying to, sustain yourself with jobs, food, water, sustenance, and necessities, man. And we know it's going to be trying times. It's going to be that great time of tribulation, that great time of temptation is on its way, man. So we wanted to start with, we wanted to basically, we might just call this, endure, and, enter ye into the straight gate. All right.
That's what it is. It's Matthew 7, starting at 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
And to sum that up, man, trying to get into the kingdom of heaven, man, there's only one path to get to the kingdom of heaven. There's only one path to, salvation. There's no shortcuts. You can't cheat Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can't sit here and be lukewarm. You can't sit here and be, a little bit in, a little bit out. There's only one path, man. There's only one path. Read that again, brother.
Yep, it says Matthew 7 and 13. It says, no, I'm going to 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
And few there be there that find it, man. We got the, say, call Haloyim Yahweh Shem Shah for even giving us this truth or the instructions on how to navigate the path for the straight gate, on how to, conduct ourselves in the times that are coming, man, because it's going to start getting a lot harder for brothers to sustain themselves in Great Babylon, man. It's going to be a lot harder for brothers to, take care of their families, have a means of income, and this is when we got to rely on Yahweh Shem Yahushai even more. We can't waver in the truth. We can't waver on the path that we're walking because there's only one path to salvation, man. There's not many paths. There's only one path, man. You can't, how they say there's many ways to become a millionaire. There's not many ways to to inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. There's only one path, man. And we gotta, in these later days, we have to, gird ourselves up, man. We gotta, pray to the Heavenly Father to give us a spirit of endurance, to give us a spirit of enduring, moving forward and being firm in this thing, man, because it's going to get worse.
Yeah. So like the brother, through the spirit, first thing first, what the brother's getting into is the fact that it says that they get through the straight gate, where straight goes into adversity. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter at some point. But
I got it right here.
Yeah, not yet though.
I'm saying I got it.
We're going to splurge that one.
Yeah.
But it's going into the fact that you got to go through some things and be tried through the fire in order to, get to that heavenly kingdom. But first thing first, salvation. You know what I mean?
This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 2, and I start at the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble.
God. So we're coming in a time of great tribulation. We're coming in a time where brothers might waver because they're hasting. They're like, oh shit, oh damn, I just lost my job. Or, oh damn, I got to figure out how to pay this. I got to figure out how to do this. And you might think of doing things that are contrary to this truth, that are contrary to the straight gate, that are contrary to, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And we need to understand that we need to endure you must endure until the end, and the same shall be saved. All right. So we must, understand that we got to be tried through this fire. The great tests are coming, man. All brothers, man, in this truth are going to be tested in some way, shape, or form. All right, and we need to understand that, Yahweh Shem Shah will not forsake us, man. We got to understand that these are tests to harden us. These are tests to, try us through the fire so we can come out like purifying gold, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
So it says, cleave unto him. And who's that cleaving unto? Yahweh Shem Shah, man. We must cleave unto this truth. Cleave into the truth. Cleave unto Yahweh Shem Shah, man. So we can, like it says, at the end. And what's the end, man? When we enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. When we finally get that election, man. You want to endure, and pray toward the increase, man. The more and more that times are getting more rough, that's more and more you should be cleaving into Yahweh Shem Shah. You should be holding on for dear life. It's like a roller coaster where, you know how like you first get on that joint, they clink you in, you like, all right, we good. And you start clink, 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 clink. And all of a sudden your adrenaline starts to pump the higher you get up. That's how we're getting into this. That's how we're getting into these end days, man. We're getting to the point where we about to come over that drop. And that drop is when you got to cleave, and the harness that's holding you in tight is Yahweh Shem Shah. The harness that's keeping you here is the truth. And the more that you get higher, your anxiety starts to come. Some people, oh, let me off. They're not trusting in the harness. They're not trusting in Yahweh Shem Shah. And then when you about to come over that peak and you about to hit that drop, what do? You either grab on as tight as you can and squeeze. And that's how we got to be with Yahweh Shem Shah in these later times, man. You got to hold on for dear life, because here comes the roller coaster. Here comes Esau coming in like a great flood. Here comes all these trials and tribulations, man. Here come all these hardships. But the more, if we prove to Yahweh Shem Shah that we believe that he has our backs, he will have your back. All right?
You want me?
Yeah, I'm going to go to verse 10. I'm going to end off there.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, whatsoever is brought unto thee, take thee cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
And I can attest to this right now, man. I just recently, I've been with a company for 10 years. I'm no longer with this company. And, I'm not saying that I'm brought to a low estate because of that. It's just more of, that security that I had is no longer there. And then one of the first things I did was I just prayed to Yahweh Shem Shah, and I just told him, I trust in you. I know you got me. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And and this is the trying time that I'm going through. This is when, read that one part again, brother.
It says, what part was that? It says, for gold is tried in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Order
thy way aright. Pray that the Most High leads you in the right direction. I have hope and I have understanding and know that the Most High is going to lead you in the right direction, that everything happens for a reason. That even if you might feel, brought down low or in despair, everything is happening for a reason, because you're being tried through the fire, and being tried through the fire. If you can endure and you can trust in the Lord, you're going to come out a warrior. You're going to come out like fine gold. You're going to come out polished and furbished. You're going to come out even better than what you were before, man. So that slight adversity, that slightness of being brought low, the slightness of losing your job or losing a woman or whatever you brothers cling on to at the moment, understand that everything happens for a reason, man. The Most High is preparing you for something greater, especially when you're in His truth. You got to believe that. You got to believe that. All
right. Verse 7, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did any ever trust in Yahweh and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Because the Most High is not a man to lie, man. He swear by himself. So it literally said, look at the days of old. Has any of our forefathers ever been forsaken by Yahweh Shem Shah that was doing the right things, that prayed to him, that called to Yahweh Shem Shah? Has any of them ever been forsaken, man? Has the Most High ever went back on his word ever?
No, Yahweh is he's the only thing he's bound to is his word.
Is his word, exactly. Yeah. And that's so brothers, the reason why we hopefully, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. as well as uplifting, because we're going to have to, you know, as a labor of love, let you know the dangers that are coming to us, right? But at the same time, giving you understanding that we have hope. The nations don't have hope, right, but we have hope. These 2/3 don't have hope, but we have hope. These people not in the truth don't have hope, but we have hope. That's why despair is something that consumes people. Despair consumes people because despair is basically the lack of hope. Despair means there's nothing else. It's it for me. It's over. That's why you have people who committing suicide and all types of stuff, because they're in complete despair. They have no hope. But we have hope. We have, you know, we can see in all this darkness, like Ariel would say, the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, we can see through the fog and the clouds that there's a light beaming through it. Yo, you see that over there? Mm-hmm. There's something over there. But we know that we in a valley of the shadow of death, that, you know, there's nothing but snares and holes everywhere. So we got to enter in through that straight and narrow gate, man. We got to enter in through the right path, man. We got to cling to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to stay on that linear progress to get to the kingdom of heaven, man. Mm-hmm. All right, what you got?
I got Proverbs 3:25-26. Is, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken.
And that's a great precept for what's coming, because we know Esau is going to come in like a flood pretty soon, man. We know that the famine of the word is going to happen. We know that these mandates are going to keep increasing over time. You think New York was the first one and the only one? No, eventually it's going to spread into each state. Each state and each legislation is going to have some clause where you can't work, shop, have any social liberties unless you are part of their system, man. Mm-hmm. And we know that's Esau and these devils coming in like a great flood, man. We know that they're going to try us, you know. But those, you know, read that last part. Keep your footing.
Yeah, it says Proverbs 3:26. It says for Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken.
And how is Yahweh Shem Yahushua our confidence, man? Because he gave us the scriptures for our learning and our wisdom, man. Now, mind you, it's one thing to know the scriptures, but it's another thing to apply what you've learned. Use the wisdom and knowledge that you've obtained through the scriptures. And that's going to be the stability of the times going forward, especially in these end times that we're living in, man. We know that the great insurrection of the children of Israel is on its way. We know that a lot of brothers are going to lose their livelihoods and lose, you know, houses, cars, and whatever you hold on to in this world. We know that we must forsake it all to obtain the kingdom of heaven, man. We know we must. All right. This morning?
That's it on that song.
All right. Come on, man.
I got something quick.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 24, and let me see. Where's that verse? In verse 16, it says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." And it's going into, you know, like you said, it's a straight gate, so it's a difficult and narrow path, man. You know, basically just saying that it's not always going to be easy. You know, it's not always going to be an easy feat. You know, you're going to come into times where your back is against the wall, and, you know, you may feel like there's no way out. But as long as you have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, the Lord's going to open doors, man. He's going to break that wall down, man. You know, he's going to make a way for you. You know, and it all comes down to the choices you make. You know, so like you said, a just man falls 7 times, man. So, you know, if you fall or you make a mistake, man, you know, don't just adhere to that, man, and to feed into it, man. You know, just take it on the chin, man, and learn from it and grow from it and keep moving forward, man. Because like King Solomon said, he said, "Give me neither poverty nor riches," man. You know, because you don't want to be too full and you feel like you don't need the Lord, but you also don't want to be too down to the point where you feel like you got to do something wicked in order just to get by, man.
Kind of.
You know, so you want to make sure that you constantly stay in a state of mind to where you're like, you know what, fuck it, bro. You know, it is what it is. I'm going through this, man. I'm gonna get out of it because I know that, hey, this is me getting tried in that furnace. I'm gonna come out refined on the other side of this, man. There's a light at the end of this tunnel, man. You know, there's this change at the end of this burning, man. You know, I'm usually catching hell. You on fire. You feel like you're getting fucked up, but just remember, look at it biologically, right? Anytime you have an injury, naturally your muscles and bones grow back stronger than they were before they were injured, man. Usually, right? You know, and even look at this. Any of you brothers into I know a lot of you brothers are into Dragon Ball Z. Look at the Saiyans. The Saiyan race. Anytime they it had a near-death experience, they always recovered 2 times stronger than they were before they were brought down.
They got stronger after every battle.
Got stronger after every battle, man. And we're likened to those Saiyans, man. That's spiritual, man. When you look at it,
Kinda.
you know, we're likened to those Saiyans, a warrior race, man. You know, we're warriors through the spirit first, and then second, we're warriors through the flesh, man, through the body, man, and the physical. And the Lord gonna raise us up, man. He gonna give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. And then he gonna give us a spiritual, celestial body that is indestructible, man. So that's that light at the end of the tunnel. So whenever you going through some shit, bro, so excuse my language, whenever you going through it, hey, just think about that, man. Just think about those new bodies, man. Just think about the ability to have all-knowing knowledge of everything.
All the promises, man.
The understanding of the elements in this entire, not even the understanding, the overstanding of the elements and knowing how to break it down and how to manipulate it. And bro, it's just think about that whenever you feeling low, man. And it's reality.
Yeah.
I'm about to get that.
I bring this out. 2 Chronicles 20:9. If when evil cometh upon us, as a sword, judgment, or pestilence, or famine, we stand before this house,